Should we allow AI at schools and in our classrooms? More than allow it, should we even encourage it and make it part of the curriculum? Well, my name is Graeme Codrington. I'm from a company called TomorrowToday, where we look at the future of work. And we have a team that works on future smart teachers, where we look at the disruptive changes in the world and how they're going to affect schools and educators. And we really do believe that we should be bringing generative AI into the classroom, into the staff room, and into our lives, but in a very specific way. Let me explain. First of all, let's say we don't have artificial intelligence yet. Claude, Bing, Bard, ChatGPT, Grok, Copilot, Gemini, whichever of these systems you use, none of them is actually artificial intelligence. They can't think, they can't come up with new information. They are large language models. And without going into detail in this very short video, what it is it's synthesizing all of human knowledge so far. As soon as we ask it to come up with new information, with new knowledge, that's when it starts to hallucinate, and we should be wary of using it. I'd like to suggest that we don't have AI just yet. It is coming, but not yet. What we have is IA. And what I mean by that is we have intelligent assistants. And it's this that I think we need to bring into schools. You see, I don't think AI will replace teachers, but I think that teachers who use AI will replace teachers who don't. And for teachers, you can put in any of the professions. Lawyers, doctors, accountants won't be replaced by AI, but the lawyers, doctors, accountants, and all the rest who use AI will have a massive advantage over those who don't. And by use AI, I mean use it properly and appropriately, and that's something we need to learn how to do. There are a whole lot of use cases in education, not just in the classroom, to assist teachers to come up with lesson plans and with ideas of how to teach their subjects. Not just as a teaching assistant for many of the subjects where ChatGPT would be really useful, but also as an efficiency tool for teachers as well. This can help teachers to do a better job of writing reports, of communicating with parents. It can help school administrators to do a better job of managing their databases and looking through all of the statistics around the school. It can help your marketing and sales team to come up with better copy for your adverts and social media. The list goes on and on and on. Of course, the biggest question is whether this is worth including in the classroom and in the curriculum. And here I need to just tell you a quick story. I was one of the first matric students to need a calculator for my matric exams. That was 1988. South Africa was one of the first countries to mandate it. Only began to happen in the early 1990s across the United States of America, for reference. My grandfather, who was a maths whiz, he was able to scroll his finger down a line of numbers and calculate the answer in his head. My grandfather and my maths teacher at my high school both thought that the world had come to an end. Graeme, what's coming of this world if nobody needs to do anything in their head anymore, where we don't need slide rules? You can just click a button and you get the sine and cosine and tan and everything else. My grandfather thought that all the bridges would collapse because the engineers were stupid, that there'd be no businesses left because the accountants were dumb, and he really did think it was the end of the world. What actually happened was that instead of dumbing down the clever kids, what calculators allowed us to do was to raise the base for everyone. Today, in matric and A levels, the math students do work that back in the 1980s would have been first or even second year university pure maths. The reason they can do that is the base has been raised. Now, yes, there might be a few lazy people who in the previous version, pre-calculator, wouldn't have got away with it. But they probably don't love maths anyway, and they probably don't want to be an engineer or an accountant. And they've gone on to do something else perfectly acceptable to have a calculator on your phone available instantaneously all the time, everywhere. Yeah, my maths teacher said I wouldn't have my calculator with me at all times. She was wrong, and she knows it. That's what ChatGPT is, in my opinion. ChatGPT is a remarkable tool that isn't good for everything. It is a bit of a hammer looking for a nail to hit, and we've got to learn what it's good for and what it's not good for. But the things that it is good for, which is synthesizing the generally accepted summary of all of human history and all of human knowledge, that's a pretty powerful tool if you ask me. But if we use it for what it was designed for and what we know it's good for, we're going to have to change our assessment criteria. You have to accept that we now have a calculator in the exam room, therefore change the exam questions, and you might have to do the same with ChatGPT in time. That is still a few years away, but at least we need to bring it into the classroom, and the assessments will change in time. What you really need to do is you need to have a task team in your school, keeping up to date with new technologies coming in, looking at the various platforms that are available, some of them specifically designed for schools with all sorts of boundaries and useful barrier rails on them so that they are useful for school and don't allow young people to sort of wander into spaces they shouldn't or use the technology in ways they shouldn't. But if you and your team commit yourself to learning how to be bionic, not being scared of automation, but being excited about augmentation, human and machines working together. If by bionic you look for the opportunities to incorporate technology into the curriculum, you'll be setting yourselves up for success, because there are incredible efficiency tools and communication tools here and personal coaching tools for your teachers. But also you will be setting your classrooms up and the young people in your classrooms up for success in the future. If you'd like more information about what we believe generative AI can be used for, how teachers in particular can use it, well then go and have a look at futuresmartteacher.com. There's plenty of free resources there, and there's also a number of courses, both online and in-person courses that you can sign up for, and also a package for you as a teacher and for your school to get our team at Future Smart Teacher to help your team to get into the generative AI future. Contact us. We look forward to helping you.